What's happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. I hope you're doing awesome today. We have an in-depth look at the WE Knives Ziffius. Guys, this thing has been extremely impressive. This is probably the top one or two of my favorite knives from WE. It is just so well done. You can tell that they paid attention to detail with this thing. They didn't leave any stone unturned, so to speak. You got 20 CV with a two-tone blade, nice worn cliff blade, dual thumb studs, and a rear flipper tab for the deployment. So smooth, nice and crisp detent. The spring, it's not on a detent, but the spring detent, it makes it really truly feel like this has a real detent. You got a nice full-size finger choil there. You have some jimping here with a little poon spoon to kind of slip your thumb into for nice detailed controlled cuts. The disengagement of the button is absolutely phenomenal. You do have titanium, and then you do have this like flamed ano here. It is one piece, a wraparound one piece on this titanium frame. It looks very good. It's very loud, but sometimes, you know, that's all right with me. Because not a lot of knives are loud like this. But I think once in a while it is definitely okay. And then you have a nice milled clip there with the WE Knives logo on it. So this is a fairly big knife, actually. It's on the bigger end of things. You're getting 3¼ just shy of 3¼ cutting edge. And then you're at 3¾ for your total. And then coming all the way down here, you are right at 8¾ So it's definitely a great size, in my opinion. It's right in my wheelhouse for what size I truly like. And it really does not feel that heavy either. I want to say maybe right around 4 ounces, maybe a little over. Oh, so it's quite a bit over, about 4.8, 4.9. So it definitely, I think that solid piece gives it that little bit heavier of a weight. We'll go ahead and throw it up against a few other knives here. We have the WE Vision, which is a fairly newer offering from WE. We have the WE Knives Mash, and that's going to, you know, both of those are going to be quite a bit smaller. One that will be extremely close is the WE Knives Exciton. This is basically the same exact knife with just a drop point, and you have a hole instead of studs. That's really all that the only difference is. How about the WE Hypersonic? That is very close. Very close with the Hypersonic. How about up against the Paramilitary 2? So the Paramilitary 2 is very close with the handle, but you definitely have quite a bit more blade shape when it comes to the Ziffius here. The Ziffius is going to be a little slimmer of a profile. Not by much, though. They're about the same. Actually, the Ziffius is a little bit thicker by just a touch. So like I said at the beginning, guys, this knife has thoroughly impressed me. Typically, I'm not very impressed by much of what WE does. You know, it's a lot of designs that are just kind of flip-flop around from Sencut to Civivi to WE and then kind of back down again. And these are not cheap. You know, these are $350 if you can find it. These were very limited, I believe. Now, I don't know if they'll be doing another run. They are out there. I've seen them on the secondary actually going for a little bit lower of a price, you know, 300 up to the full retail price, you know, and if it's in mint condition, I guess, you know, that's acceptable. But everything about this knife is very well done. And one of the surprising things is the acoustics of this knife. It's got incredible acoustics for a button lock. I don't know how they manage that, and I don't know how well the microphone is going to pick that up, but it has very good acoustics for a button lock. It's probably just under, it's right there with the Malibu, maybe just under the Malibu for that flipper action, that crisp, you know, pure, clean opening action that the Malibu and the Mordax has. This is very, very close. But it's not quite there like the ProTech Malibu and the Mordax offer. It's right there. It's close. But I don't think they're quite there yet. They're getting very close. Now I do have to say that the Exciton or Exciton, this is neck and neck with the Malibu. We do have a in-depth look at that guy coming up very soon. But guys, you know, is this worth $350 or more? I guess it depends on, you know, are you looking for something like this? You know, I would say, to me, to be honest, I think 300 is probably, you know, because there's nothing crazy going on here. Good quality doesn't necessarily mean that the price should be inflated. You can get an exquisite Hogue RSK for $150 in premium materials. Now, you're not getting titanium, no, but if they did offer that in titanium, I bet it wouldn't be more than like $200. So this to me is quite a bit overpriced. You know, limited or not. When USA makers like Hogue can put out limited magnet cut runs of what they do and various things and keep the price well under 200, I think WE Knives can do something very similar. You know, I think 250 to 300 for this thing. 350 is just, that's getting a little up there in my opinion, whether it's limited or not. You know, just because they made a limited amount of them, I don't really know that should increase the price that much. So with that all being said, the knife is very well done. I don't have any complaints with the knife itself other than the price tag. The pocket clip works good. The ergos are great, especially in that choked up position. The blade shape is awesome. The material choices are great. It's a little loud with this lightning ano here, but they do have different versions. And then you have the same thing going on here with the pivot collars. I'm a pretty big fan of this knife, and you know, if you were to get this knife, you know, you like WE Knives and you like the aesthetic of this knife, you won't be disappointed with the knife. It's just I'm not a big fan of the price tag, and that's, you know, that kind of throws this in the do not buy section for me, pretty much. There was a point where, you know, I contemplated trying to find one on the secondary and actually pick one of these up, but I think, to be completely honest with you, I'm not going to. You know, it's very well made, great materials. I just think it's way overpriced. You know, I think WE Knives and Civivi, they take advantage of their name, and they know that they can charge more. People will still buy it, and I think that is pretty unfair. You know, especially when you have companies like Migron who are doing diamond micro milled titanium and M390 and S90V, and they're keeping them well under $200. They're great builds. You know, absolutely no complaints with Migron's line of knives, that especially the newer ones. Yeah, could their heat treat be a little better? But so could WE Knives, and so could a plethora of other companies' heat treats be better. So I really don't want to hear that, especially when we're comparing WE Knives to Migron, or to most of the Chinese OEMs. They all could improve their heat treat, with the exception of maybe one or two companies, and Kunwu is one of the ones that come to mind. But hey, there, it didn't even catch. You can almost get ahead of that. Look at that. Now, this is not my knife, so I have not beat on this thing or anything like that. I have not tested the plunge, and I don't want to do it here on my new mat either. Doesn't that look good? Yeah, buddy. But give me a thumbs up, guys. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this thing. You know, it's a great knife, and it's very well done. I gotta say, it's a no for me. Especially when, I hate saying it, but CJRB, you know, yeah, you're not getting 20 CV, but CJRB is putting out one hell of a button lock, you know, and they have several of them that are just absolutely amazing button locks. Very well priced, very well built, pretty good materials considering the price. I would much rather have a couple of those over this. That's just me, though. Like I said, don't let me try to dissuade you from, you know, picking this up if you have the chance. It's, you know, especially if you can get it well under the retail price, definitely, you know, and if I could find it for $200 or something like that, maybe $250, then I would contemplate, you know, picking one up. But as it sits above $300, there's just no way that I would pick this knife up and pay that. I would just buy a new, different Malibu or a Mordax, you know, because that's where this is laying with that price. So I would hold out for a Magna Cut Mordax or a different Malibu. So that's just me. Like I said, don't let me dissuade you from picking one of these up. Like I said, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this guy. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below the video, or click the GBALL Vision logo popping up on the center of your screen. I'm going to throw up 2 new videos. Go and check one of them out. I love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one.